What's good, everybody? It is your boy Ghost Rider, and I am sitting here at the BJ's distribution center in Uxbridge, Massachusetts, way up north. Hold on, I will flip it around so you can kind of get an idea what this place looks like. All right, there we go. BJ's distribution center. There's me and Optimus Prime sitting here at dock 164. Waiting to get offloaded. Waiting to get offloaded. They haven't started yet. Obviously, I just got here, so just waiting for all that action to happen, and then I can get moving down to the TA truck stop in Connecticut, and I can take my 10-hour break. But this place is huge. Like, wow. When I looked at it on Google Maps, it looked big, but I just didn't realize how big. When I got here, there were like 4 trucks in front of me. A gentleman came out and flipped my screen back. He came out and he got my paperwork while the other trucks were checking in. He took down my phone number, and when it was time for me to pull up, all they did was hand me my paperwork and tell me to go down to dock 164, and I was good to go. So very organized DC. I would definitely run this again if given the opportunity. Love this place. So it's a good day yesterday. Actually, the day before was pretty bad because I got a load to one of my favorite places, Floor & Decor in Sparrows Point, Maryland. And usually with that, like the last couple of times, the loads haven't been ready. So I called down, I got the number and I called down there, and I talked to this young lady, and I asked her, talked to her twice, and she was like, nope, your load's not ready yet. And your load's not. So I said, all right, no problem. I called back. So the third time I called back, she said, yes, the load's ready. We verified the load number, and she said, yes, it's ready. So I drove all the way down to Sparrows Point, and guess what? Load's not ready. And as a matter of fact, the young lady that I always deal with at the gate, very nice young lady, wasn't the same young lady that I talked to early in the day, but she told me, she was like, yeah, we changed our hours, let your driver leaders know and that stuff. If you're not down here at a certain time, and your load's not ready, it's not going to be ready until the next day. So I was like, okay. So my team, they deadheaded me back to Jonestown Terminal, and then what happened on the way, since I had a connecting load, they took that load away from me, so I ended up losing 800 miles worth of loads in a matter of 5 minutes. But what they did do is, it seemed kind of weird, they gave me looks like what it could have been a ghost load. I guess they gave me something until they could find something better, and it's exactly what I did. So it looked like I had 2 T-calls, and then when I got up the next morning, those T-calls had disappeared, and they gave me 2 about 450 mile loads. So I lost 2 loads totaling about 800 miles to gain 2 loads totaling about 850 miles, 850 miles. So you know what, I lost some, I gained some, I'm rolling, so I'm happy. So big shout out again to my boy Alvin. I know you're out there on your mentor's truck. You should be getting pretty close to knocking out those hours. You should be on your team by now, and rolling. I know you were doing a whole lot of long loads, so you should be getting in those miles, getting in that experience, and definitely getting your hours in. And so for all those who are in the academy now, no matter which academy you're at, I'm hoping you're doing well. Good luck to you. I got an email from a Mr. or Mrs. JB. I will respond to that email. But a lot of your questions, if you're JB and you're watching this video, a lot of your questions, I'm going to refer to your driver leader, because some of those questions I can't answer because it's going to be based off of what account that you're talking about. So and it depends on where you're running from, or as far as what terminal you're running out of. So one of the questions that I was asked was, how much do you make OTR regional dedicated. That's all based on your account, and again, where you're running out of. So I don't know. I know as a solo driver, I started off at 44 cents. That's because, obviously I'm a veteran, so I started off a little bit higher for my years of experience with driving and being in the military. But I'm on a different account now, so I'm not going to say how much I'm making, but it just depends on your account and where you're running out of. As far as the veterans program is concerned, I will put in my description for any veterans who are looking at getting into the Swift Academy and then continuing on with Swift. I will send you Mr. Fitzpatrick's, or I'll put in the description Mr. Fitzpatrick's number. He is the veteran coordinator or veteran apprenticeship coordinator for Swift Transportation. And he can answer all those questions that you have about the Veterans Apprenticeship Program. I will tell you this, that when you talk to your recruiter, and I mentioned this in a video I did probably last year, when you talk to your recruiter, if you're a veteran, let them know that you're a veteran, and they're going to direct you, hey, make sure you get a member 4 copy of your DD-214. Even if you're still active, if you've done some deployment time, if you've done some active duty time, you'll have that DD-214. Even if you just did basic and AIT and then you went straight into the Guard, you don't have any active duty time, that'll kind of suffice. But that should suffice for your GI Bill, post 9/11 GI Bill. But get with your recruiter, because I know I'm sure some of that program changed. So I don't want to say what I received, because some of that program may have changed since I came out of the academy. But again, I will put Mr. Fitzpatrick's name on the description of this video. And if you want to talk to him about it, about the Veterans Apprenticeship Program, he can direct you. I'm like 9 to 10 months in, simply because I've been on and off duty with COVID missions and the DC mission. So I've been on and off. But it's not necessarily 12 months consecutive. If you go on active orders, they'll suspend the program, or they'll kind of time out the program for you until you return, because for my military people, you can't receive BAH from the VA and then receive BAH while you're on orders. You can't double dip. So with that, talk to Mr. Fitzpatrick as far as your VA or your VA apprenticeship stuff, and as far as you're using your Montgomery GI Bill benefits or your post 9/11 GI Bill benefits, you want to talk to your recruiter, because they will have the most up-to-date information on that. I will again say, one of the things that they will ask you for is a member 4 copy of your DD-214. I think that's pretty much all they asked me for. It's just that. Is that member 4 copy, and then there was some paperwork, of course, I had to fill out, and that was pretty much it. And then my recruiter did the rest. And then once I went solo and Mr. Fitzpatrick got in touch with me, then he got me into the VA apprenticeship program, and actually got me in, I think, a little bit before I went solo. I think I was on the mentor's truck or just graduating the academy when he and I spoke. So again, I'm out here. It's a little chilly, but not too bad. It's probably about 40 degrees. I got rolling today, or actually last night, about 11 o'clock-ish, something like that. So it's all good. Wow. Just got Old Dominion rolling in. He's about to get into his dock and chill out. So.
Thank you, sirs.
Oh, you're welcome, brother. Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Just say, don't trip.
Oh, don't, yeah, veteran.
Right trigger.
Yeah, don't trigger me. Yeah, take care, sir. So he's about to do his back end and get into his dock. But it's one hell of a day out here. Great. I like doing early loads, and after that, it's time for me to head down to the TA truck stop here and get my 10-hour break going on. So if you got any questions, feel free to email me. I'll leave my email in the description as well. Other than that, it's your boy Ghost Rider. I'm out.